What's going on, everybody? Black Glove Reviews. If you like slashers, if you like gialli, this is the place to be. You can find me here on YouTube, you can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on Letterboxd under the name Black Glove Reviews. Again, like slashers, like gialli, here we go. So there's been some great releases from these boutique labels, or labels in general. I'm just going to call them that. Boutique seems to be thrown out the window with a lot of these. Arrow, Severin, Vinegar Syndrome, Celluloid Dreams. It's getting really cool. It seems to be a renaissance that we're having here. They're releasing great stuff, and boy, it's going to be a great end of the year show. And eventually, me and Darren, whoever else wants to join, you'll eventually do our top whatever releases of the year. And trust me, there are going to be a lot. And then we got two of these that I finally got, but I want to give a quick shout out to TerraVision, who came out with these great slasher releases, man. And, you know, it's all about quality, not quantity, you know. And a huge shout out to Elena. She's the one who does the packaging and all that stuff, too, customer service for them. You're a badass. They're beautiful. So, yeah, keep on all doing what you're doing. But I'm going to do some unwrapping, or unboxing, as you can say, of these two right here. We have Hide and Go Shriek, and we have Student Bodies. I've been waiting for this one for a while, so I'm going to get this wrapping off, and then we'll take a closer look at these releases, okay? Just hold on real quick. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, I unwrapped these. I thought maybe I'd have trouble with the black gloves on, but no, I did not, and let's just go ahead and start out with Student Bodies here. So, and I like that they're side loaders. That's very cool, and they put these things on the side. I know the shoestring slasher ones, I think it was like the second one or something like that, had some issues. It's a little bit too tight, you feel me? And, but yeah, look at that. That's badass. I have to admit, that's very cool. Very cool. This one, of course, has the Paramount scares right there, because Paramount released this spoof back in the day. So this is the first slasher spoof. So without this, you don't get Scary Movie. You just don't. Specifically, the first one. You just don't. You also don't get films like Pandemonium, I believe, which isn't the greatest one in the spoof in the world, but I remember seeing this one quite a while back, and oh yeah, the opening, definitely great. I will eventually do my review on this and what have you, but the opening is great. Everything is great with this, so very cool. So specifically what they say about when slashers came out during that time, and them basically being blockbusters. So yeah, but you have the Paramount scares, and you have TerraVision right there. Let's open this bad boy up, shall we? So, oh yeah, look at that. There's the poster, boy. So we got some good stuff here. So look at that. So yeah, there you go. There's the original poster. Look at that. Look how cool that is. So yeah, 13 and a half. It's a running joke. If you don't know, you know. Badass slip as always. My goodness. Yeah, look at that. Very cool. All right, let's open this guy up here real quick. Like what? All right, and there you go. At last, the world's first comedy horror movie. Yeah, well, there was kind of ones kind of done before this a little bit, but this is the true like kind of spoof for horror in general, specifically with slashers in general. So yeah, class is dismissed permanently. So special features, new commentary with Kristen Ritter and Matthew Goldsby, moderated by TerraVision's Brad Henderson. We have a newly produced making of documentary featuring interviews with Kristen Ritter, Matthew Goldsby, Colin Chambers, Sarah Eckhart, Jennifer Ross, Gene Hobson, Kristen Nelson, Fred Berner, and Susan Voleg. Full Laserdisc presentation of for archival purposes, which is awesome. We have an older 1080p presentation for archival purposes. Very cool. Original restored trailer. Newly created subtitles. They kind of do it like Vinegar Syndrome does, and which is very cool. And this came out, yeah, 1981. How about that? So this came out at the perfect time. Holy shit. 81 was a big year for slashers. A gigantic year for slashers. So that's very cool. Let's open this up a bit. So you have all the discs in here. There's one. Sorry, it's kind of on a wheel thing, so it got a little bit detached. So give me a quick second here. Put this back in here. There we go. It's all good. It happens. There's that. And there's the other two discs right there. So, yeah, very, very cool. Very neat. See all these, and yeah, so composed by Gene Hobson. So there's the soundtrack right there, dude. Yeah, you gotta love it. Wow, what a release, boy. So yeah, already this is up for my release of the year. I still need to watch it, see how the transfer looks and all this stuff too. But I'm sure it's badass. I'll put these here real quick, and I'll put this back in the case. Then of course we got the poster here. So let's get this guy out. And this is a double-sided one, so it works out pretty good. Sorry, sometimes I get nervous with these. I don't want to rip anything. So you have this one with nothing on it wise. Very cool. And then, yeah, this cover original one right there too. How about that? Flippin' badass. That is terrific. That's so cool. So yeah, what's that say? Yeah, sex kills. Yeah. So yeah, you don't get Scream. You don't get Scream without this film either. So, and then we have a nice little booklet here, collection of essays from everybody. So, yeah. See if there's some stuff I can show here without getting banned. Yeah. So you have stuff like that too. A lot of people will recognize these photos and what they're about. So yeah, so there you go. So very cool. This is a good one. Wow. I'm yeah, I'm extremely happy as a huge slasher fan, as you all awesome people know. Yeah, this is definitely up for release of the year. Was it worth the wait? Yes, it was. It definitely was. Like I say, it's all about quality, not quantity. And TerraVision definitely took their time with it. And yeah, that's a badass release. I love it. Yeah, that's very cool. That is Student Bodies. I'm just going to get this back in here. We'll be good to go with the rest of it here. There we go. Joink. See if I can get this in here. So there you go. That's Student Bodies. So very cool. I'll change that up a bit because I put it in wrong. That's okay, but I'll fix it. Next up, we got Hide and Go Shriek, another slasher from back in the day. So let's open this up real quick. Do this first. There we go. So Hide and Go Shriek, right there, closing down. Everyone must die. Look at that. So let's get this sexy slip off here. Yep. Oh yeah, good stuff. There you go, badass original poster. That is so good. That is so good. So yeah, in the terrifying tradition of Friday the 13th and Halloween, this shocking thriller captures the horror 8 teenagers face when they sneak into a furniture store for an all-night graduation party. So here we go. So very cool, loaded with special features as well. We have the uncut version, both presentation in UHD and Blu-ray. We have new commentary with Skip Skulnick and Mark Manos. Shatterproof, 44 minutes, a newly produced making of documentary featuring interviews with Skip Skulnick, Ria Pavia, Dimitri Villard, Sean Cannon, and Mark Manos. Donald Mark Spencer and Lawrence Ukel. Deleted scenes sourced from Laserdisc and still gallery. So they seem to get this from the Laserdisc copies, which is very cool. So they obviously did their research and did their work hard. So I'm sure this is very good. And this was 1988. So one of the later slashers of the decade. So sorry for the glare, everybody. Loaded with special features. So you can't beat that. Let's crack this boy up. And there you go, kind of the basic one and stuff like that, but it's still cool. So you get both the 4K and the Blu-ray in there. There you go. Very good. Ready to go. And I will slide this bad boy back in here real quick. Like the clearance sale, since it's a furniture store, so it works out pretty good. And of course, here's the poster. Close your eyes, count to 10, and run for your life. That is awesome. Unrated version contains footage too shocking for the theatrical release. So maybe original like VHS copy. This ain't double-sided, so it's the original, like you can say, I call them VHSs from hell, kind of like the paperbacks from hell. These are VHSs from hell. When you see this and you're like, whoa, you see the feet there, you see her there underneath the bed, and her hands happens to be right next to the foot and shit like that. That's very good, so yeah. And then as well, I will get this out too. And there you go, Hide and Go Shriek, collector's a collection of essays, $5 sale, so you gotta love that. Mannequin and all this other stuff too, and about that. Let's see. So collections of essays, what have you. Let's see here. Sorry, some of them are kind of dark wise, but some interesting pictures and whatever there. So yeah, another very cool, very cool release from them. So I'm definitely very happy about this. So it turned out definitely a lot better than I originally hoped it would. I'll slide this. Whoop. I could slide this back in here correctly without embarrassing myself on this platform, which I do all the time. That's okay. Okay, there we go. So one blank there. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Hide and Go Shriek and Student Bodies. Two great releases from TerrorVision. If you like what you see here, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share with your friends. I am Chris C, aka Black Love Reviews. You all have a great day. I will see you all next time.